Okay, hitting lead off. Okay, let's talk Padres. And who can you trust? And can you trust the Friars, Lee?
Burning question. Who are they? Are they the swinging Friars or are they swing and miss Friars? Do you know a week plus ago, the Padres went to Dodger Stadium, a half game out of first place, John? And as we play the July 4th weekend games, the Padres are now 9 games out of first place, just like that. Their playoff hopes have really been dashed. And I don't know how they're going to make up any of this ground because they just continue to have a lot of significant problems. I guess if you drive by the street corner of Tony and Trevor, as our guy Mark Grant likes to say, down by Petco Park, if you drive by that street corner, you're probably going to see a Help Wanted sign planted out there. Padres have to find a way to get some additional help for their offense here. I think they're about to turn the corner with the pitching issues because they're starting to get some of these guys back. This is not a complete roster at all. Congratulations, Manny Machado. 290 batting average, all the home runs, rock solid for the most part defensively, starting third baseman, all-star game. Congrats to him. My recommendation, the next Padre who should be named to that all-star game probably will be Jackson Merrill as maybe a backup outfielder. And the third Padre that I'd sure like to see get named would be Nick Pivetta, who's 9-2. And this team would not be in any type of wild card race had it not been for the ex-Boston Red Sox free agent. Nick Pivetta deserves this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to maybe go to the All-Star game, the Midsummer Night's Classic. So the Padres have just a whole series of issues. You know, John, they were 14-3 out of the gate. And as they get ready to open this July 4th weekend homestand, they're 32-37 since the 14-3 start. The Padres, against the elite teams they've played this season, are 7-18. The Padres are 20-35 against teams with winning records this season. It's not a playoff team. This thing has gone so far off track, it's really hard to understand. And when they've played good teams in series, the Padres have had 14 series against good teams, John. They've won only 3 of those 14 series against the better teams on their schedule. So there's all kinds of issues there. The Tatis situation, since May 3rd, John, he's hitting .220. Since Memorial Day, El Nino has 2 home runs in 122 at-bats. And nobody's making any reference as to this sad sack season that he's having and what the cause of the sad sack season might be. Matt Waldron, the latest one to come from El Paso, got banged around, walked 6 batters, knuckleball didn't break. They sent him right back to AAA to just continue to refine. Maybe Kyle Hart's going to get another chance. He of home run ball history. Dylan Cease just continues to be a mystery. Good start, shaky starts, plural. It's hard to believe that Dylan Cease has won only 3 games by the All-Star break. Yu Darvish looks like he's turned the corner. 64-pitch simulated game this past Tuesday. Next outing might well be on the active roster, maybe early next week, and maybe he'll be the front end of a bullpen day, and they'll use him much like the Dodgers have used Ohtani to try to build his starts up, but he's had no setbacks whatsoever. And the Padres rumor mill are talking to a lot of people about trades, but they've yet to pull the trigger on a deal. And the question is it because A.J. Preller can't take on contracts, take on salary? Is it because people are asking for things that he refuses to give up, be it the kids in the lower minor leagues or even Jackson Merrill, or be it he can't find the right deal that'll make a difference? So, John, there's a whole litany of things I've just given you information about Padre baseball. So you tell me, swinging Friars, swing and miss Friars, how disappointed are you? My God, they went from a half game out of first place going to Dodger Stadium to 9 games out of first place July 4th weekend. Wow. Your turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a disaster. And it's really the hitting. The hitting's the problem. I mean, you know, we can pick apart the pitching, but Tatis needs to hit. I mean, the new conspiracy theory on X amongst Padre Twitter fans is that Fernando, he's always being pitched high and tight, like up by his face. And that maybe, do you think that psychologically is like freaking him out when he's in the box?
I think you can connect dots there. He's been beaten so many times. Been hit 13 times, I think, this season, which is an awful lot. And those are really painful hit by pitch incidents there.
Yeah.
So the question is, structurally, he can control that. He can make a change in his stance in the batter's box, not lunge so far. But it's tough in season when you have no off days to really work on some mechanical flaws or to change things. That's really hard during the course of a season when you're playing 10 games in 11 days and 28 games in 30 days. It's just really hard to make changes. So, but this is an unbelievable mystery as to how his game has totally gone away, because he's just flailing and not getting bat on ball. And like I said, 2 home runs and 122 at-bats and a 220 batting average since that last beating on May 3rd, the real bad one on the forearm. Got a lot of work to do, a lot of questions to be answered. It's pretty galling to go from a half game out of first place to 9 games out of first place in about a 2-week window. Not good.
No, yeah. And they I thought they had a chance to win 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati. They didn't work. They only won 1 out of 3 with the Phillies. And so it's been a rough go. But here, we've been beating our head against the wall about the Padre hitting and, the Dodgers running away. But here's a different question.